Hey guys, so this is my April reading wrap up. It was a really good reading month for me. Well, at least for me. I know there's some people who read like 20 books a month, which is kind of crazy. Well, it's for me. So these won't particularly be in order, but I'll put the series together. Yeah, so this is what I read this month. Okay, so the first book I read this month was The Elite. I need to say anything before I give any review. I hate Aspen. Yeah. So I was gifted this and I'm super glad. And yeah, I gave it 4 stars. I liked it a lot better than the first book. America was less annoying, but then Aspen was more annoying. So I give it 4 stars, like not 5 stars, but it was a nice, quick, easy read. I read it in like a day. Continuing the series, I read The One. I gave it 4 stars at the time, but I gave it 3 stars. Like I saw a review that was like it was like 2/3 of nothing. Then the end was so like packed, and I felt like a lot of characters, like character development for nothing. So it was good. It was not my favorite though. Then I read Good Girls Get Murder. I gave it 4 stars. I know a lot of people give it 5 stars. However, I had really high expectations and it didn't really meet them. But I really liked it and it was easy to get through. Yeah, I really liked it. Continuing the series, I read Go Girl Bad Blood. 5 stars, easily 5 stars. Like it's not one of those 5 stars that like sticks in my head where I like think about it every day. But like it was like really good and I loved it and like yeah, like I ate it up. Basically I ate and left no crumbs. Yes, that's basically what I have to say. As Good as Dead, the next book in the series, also easily 5 stars. The first half kind of felt like nothing, but once if you've read it, you know that one part where it picked up, I was like, oh my god. So then the ending was a bit for me, but then it picked up. So yeah, 5 stars. The plot was like carrying the book, and Ravi, this yeah, he carried the book. Then I read the novella in the series, Killjoy. It was really good. Like, of course, it's a novella. It's not going to get 5 stars, and you don't have to read it. You can either read it before the first book or like whatever you want. Like, I read it after because like I was so excited to get into the first book that I didn't really want to read the novella. But yeah, it was 4 stars. I loved the characters in this, and like the dialogue was super funny. Yeah, like it was 4 stars. Like if it weren't like 117 pages, it would have gotten 5 stars. But yeah, I really loved it. Then I read The Do Over. I really liked it. I wasn't a big fan of the time loop thing, but I was able to get over it. Believe it or not, people say it's repetitive, but like the Day of No Consequences thing kind of bored me after a little bit. But yeah, I didn't really like Nick in this. He was okay, but like he's one of the guys who like if a girl says she likes a band, he'd be like, okay, name 3 songs. I don't like people like that, but that actually happened in the book. But like, yeah, so he was okay, and like, I'm so confused why the time loop happened, but yeah, I liked it. I loved the writing. I love Lynn Painter's writing. I loved better than the movies, and yeah. So 4 stars. I really liked it. This freaking book. It deserves all the hype it gets. It deserved the Goodreads award it got. And yeah, I give it 5 stars. It's actually the most beautiful writing I've ever read. It's not an easy read. However, it was so beautiful and like I I wanted to savor it. I read it in the course of a week, probably even more than that, like 1.5 weeks, because like I wanted to savor the writing. It was so beautiful. Yeah, so please read it. Next, we have the Inheritance games. I'll admit I was a little disappointed with this one because I had really high expectations that they didn't quite meet. However, I really liked the brothers. I loved the plot. Yeah, like I get why some people love this. It was a 4 stars for me, so it was still really good. However, it kind of felt anticlimactic. Like I know it's literally the opposite, but I don't know, something about it for me kind of like I don't know. Avery was okay. I really liked her. And you know the love triangle? At first I was like, oh my god, Jameson. Once I move on to the next book, I was like, Grayson. But like, yeah. This book was really good. I loved the writing, and it was so easy to get through. I finished it in like 2 days. Yeah, I really loved this book. The Hawthorne Legacy, this was so good. I rated it 4.75, 4.75 stars because I loved it. I liked it better than the first book. We saw more of Grayson and like, yeah. Jameson was kind of bleh in this. Also, I can't pronounce, sorry. Xander is so underrated. Like, best Hawthorne brother, but no one acknowledges him. And sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, like, I can't pronounce names. But, like, this book I gave it 4.75 stars. The writing was so good, I loved the plot in this one. Once we figured out something, if you read the first book, you know what we figured out. That one's, like, yeah, it was so good. Yeah, the plot twist for everything. Next, I read Shatter Me. It was super duper good. I don't get why people hate on it. Yes, the figurative language was a bit excessive, and at times I really wished it would like settle down, but it really like portrays Juliet going insane in the mental asylum, so like I found that really cool. Alright, unpopular opinion. Warner is super controlling and abusive. And Adam doesn't have that much of a personality, but I'd rather have someone not have a personality than be over personality and like be super abusive. People have said Warner gets better, but like he like forced himself onto Juliet. But the actual book was super nice. I loved the plot. Like I was more like interested in the dystopian stuff, I guess, than the romance, which isn't usually what happens. But like I really loved this, and yeah, it was really nice. I finished it in like a day. No, not a day, like 2 days. No, 3 days. I don't really know. And lastly, we have the first novella in Unite Me, which was Destroy Me, from Warner's point of view. I know everyone's sort of like, "Oh my God, Warner, your opinion will change once you read this novella." I didn't like. Now I understand him a bit more, but that doesn't give him like he's basically like the antagonist, but people like, yeah, like I hate the reestablishment. So why does everyone love Warner? Well, I haven't read all of the books yet, and I'm gonna read Unravel Me, but I don't want to start it soon because I don't want to stress myself out to finish it before April ends. So like, yeah, I really liked it. No, I liked it. I don't really like it. I rated it 3 stars because I don't like Warner. Okay, I'm saying it. I don't like Warner. Overrated. Yeah, so yeah, I gave this 3 stars. Anyways, those are all the books I read in April. It was like I said, it was a really good reading month for me. I don't know how it went by really slowly, and yeah, I did a 24-hour readathon in the course of it, but I ended up only lasting 8 hours. Not because I was tired. I realized reading shouldn't have to be something that I force myself to do. And like, if anyone wants to do a 24-hour readathon, like, just remember, like, don't suck the fun out of reading unless it's like really fun for you. Anyway, so yeah, and also I always compare what I read to other people. Don't compare yourself to what you read. Some people have more time, some people like read more, and some people read really good books that make them want to read more. So don't compare or anything, because it makes me happy when people hear that. Like, you don't have to read 20 books in a month. It's okay. Like, you don't even have to read 2. You don't even have to read anything. Like read what makes you happy. Don't suck the fun out of reading by forcing yourself to read. Anyways, that's the end. So bye guys. Happy reading.